We'll call that 3 smokes, 2 mollies, and 2 flashes. So an awful lot of util. If there was an aggressive move like this from Na'Vi, they find a pick here, they drop it back in utility. That's a great way to kick things off. And oh, he gets one. Naf goes down with a bunch of nades there. So a decent exchange. The strat will have to change for Liquid now.
It seems, yeah. I mean, this is always interesting. Both teams obviously analyzing what to expect on their opponent's pistol, but you could see they're hesitant. They didn't need to throw the nade until Electronic struck and called for aid, but he's down now. Naf the same, loss of nades.
MPL has a HE here on the site.
He's floating back towards Speedway. Perfecto's going to tuck into the site, and that CT smoke will limit NPL's contributions. Nade doesn't do too much. They are committing here. Perfecto needed a headshot, still brings Nitro low and 6 feet lower. YEKINDAR in response, keeping it level, keeping that equilibrium strong. OC gets down the bomb. Simples are coming, and those dual Berettas should be set to...
Comes on in, sets up OC for the double, and Na'Vi want to battle back here. The force by their own. Simples AWP trained as he spots a chicken. Powerful banana smoke will hold YEKINDAR at bay for now, and the changes in the CT side of Liquid have been a big conversation here. We saw in the Fluxo and Greyhound matches how their CT side rocks and rolls, but have to wait 14 more rounds before we get there.
The UMP is becoming more and more of a trend these days. Some players liking that armor penetration.
There's 4 players on the site here currently for Na'Vi, so let's see how much map control Liquid want to take before they make a true decision. The bomb over towards Chicken Pit with OC still. So no rush about this. And Na'Vi are the type of team with these smokes who are going to hold on to them for as long as they can. Electronic and Bit with those currently.
And you can see that they aren't going to give too much away. Even if you fight for brackets, you're only going to see Perfecto with the Deagle. You're not going to immediately assume there's 4 here. It's been very quiet on Banana. Electronic has nothing to report. And, oh, yeah, I guess Nade's looking for something extra as well as actually coming over to Electronic's site.
I think that last half-wall smoke has just faded, so they thought that they needed to help out this Banana play right now without any pressure elsewhere, but now the wrap coming in, it will be the A finish.
Bit. It's a strong pistol for this kind of range, and he demonstrates straight to the head of Nitro, and he's desperate for a response, and he's put straight on the floor. 2 from the 5-7. Can YEKINDAR stabilize? It's a great one back. But the damage done. That $500 pistol, it bangs, it slaps.
NPL here and they're in.
And he's made a meal of that one. Couldn't find the head. Smokes it down. Bomb should follow. Oh, wow. That's not too shabby on the nade department.
But now it's a 3-on-3 retake, right? So this is a problem. The bomb goes down. There's no defuse kit in play here. MPL needed one to have a conversation of going for this. Unless they can find a frag onto the low YEKINDAR or OC in the next few seconds, they might just want to hold on to these goodies right now.
Yeah, they're flirting with it, but it doesn't seem beneficial. Electronic crawling in those apartments. Maybe Naf's going to be distracted by Simple and Perfecto.
Halfway gone now.
Yeah, surely. Yeah, and you don't have the kit. This is just a convey.
Perhaps the start here, the emotions.
Maybe Electronic can catch Naf. He's been spotted out now.
Considering who it was.
But Liquid, a nice reaction to that bit double. You'd think
that
would be the start of it's actually, take a look at that complexion.
Take a look at a reinvestment into a scout again from Simple here. So
like the last 4 or 5 months, we've been improving a lot and just focusing on one thing at a time. And
I mean, he can kind of do what he wants, can't he?
He can, but this is the thing. You don't want to dig yourself too deep of a hole here.
And that long road is the next one on to Ents, who was a tough opponent for you back in
Simple's mind
to the last season. But I would say they've even improved further
has been made.
Look at their form here at the major.
Putting him down
what
to
do you make of them right now?
$100 and looking to just maybe chip further away. He knows it's limited resources.
It's a great team, and I feel
something
like
to be said though about these SMGs. Very favourable engagements against unarmed pistols. Like it'd be very hard for Liquid to mess this one up.
It's just more about where Na'Vi forced them again. It's the same conversation as the last round, and it was Na'Vi with the heavy rotation to try and help out.
Really solid chance of winning today.
That B bomb side.
Good for Liquid here.
Again, it's going to be Bit and MPO over towards A. Minute on the clock.
No, but it's of course it's
floating back over.
As well. I mean, he's in Paris.
It's Perfecto.
You know,
won't really be able to contribute too much. It's these two who are going to have to multi-frag again, and it might be another wrap.
But also a lot of excitement.
Her placement's not bad for Bit when he releases the key and wants him out.
So looking to catch another.
This game that we played in EPL
for the tabled organization, but here we go into the gun rounds. Exchange of utility and Banana opened up and ahead of this.
I like that from Electronic. He definitely wants to play this forward angle. And oh, you geek, YEKINDAR just with the jump. Yeah. from Electronic. He's stubborn. Whoa! They line up for him. A 2-for-1 deal. Buy one, get one free. And maybe a free bomb site too.
Wow, that has to be the round already. Already done and dusted. That is huge from YEKINDAR.
How often does that happen?
But you're going to get a lot of this in this game. If they're going to be stubborn with their banana control here on the Liquid side, it'll be YEKINDAR taking on the likes of Electronic. So we have to really keep an eye on that battle. And I love how Electronic called his bluff there. He realized he got spotted, couldn't go back, had to go forward into the fight. Even made a pretty good play. It's the fact that Perfecto goes down first there, trying to be that supportive element. So it must have been some blind for the shots there from YEKINDAR.
Thank you very much, man. Good luck.
Great stuff from him. Up to 7 kills already.
Thank you.
And now a 4-0 conversion here for Liquid. This is the best start you could have hoped for on a map where last time round, you heard Blade mention it in the interview there, they played in Kato on this very map, and they beat them, he said. Yeah, I think we beat them. Yeah, you beat them 16-5.
Ooh. Well, maybe there's some more lessons for Liquid to learn than Na'Vi would from the same demo.
Well, then you contrast that with Alicia's interview saying, yeah, they haven't played against our style, so, you know, we don't really know what to expect. But at the same time, I could isolate some issues with it.
Well, eyes are going to turn square thing. They feel like they're making a point.
Yeah.
When they see YEKINDAR. I mean, that man can smell the pixels.
Again with the double nades top banana instantly with the molly as well here from Liquid. So we'll keep an eye on how they want to continue to thwart the aggression of Electronic. Now they have got now another buy here with the saved rifles and the aggression behind the smoke.
If he gets him again, he's going to start getting under Electronic's skin. I mean, how diligent? Not diligent enough. Oh, Electronic. He restrains himself. Start with a 3-2 split. Lots of action's been going down here on banana early. And YEKINDAR will be battling for it. Look, Molly, Sting, take me straight back to the LAN hall. So he's got the sound right. He's got the sound right. And Liquid, this fire is yet to be extinguished. Oh no, Electronic versus YEKINDAR. We'll keep a tabs on that head-to-head if we can, chat, because this is a recurring theme.
And that right there is only the second opening for Liquid. So you'd more than expect them to be able to convert this one. They've been winning rounds with less, much less.
So surely, sorry, need to stop doing that. That's the curse word. So likely, should, Alex, stop. Limited weaponry.
Potentially.
Potentially, thank you, yes.
More than likely.
More than likely.
In this universe.
Oh, MPL. Doorknob.
Peace.
That's an awkward death. When you still got your smoke grenade in your hand, you have, you've made a misjudgment there.
It's feeling like an awkward game right now. This is just running away with things from Liquid, isn't it? The fact we're up to 7-0, it's been a very quick game. I'm just going back and looking at the scoreboard to see the head-to-heads between Electronic and YEKINDAR.
So we heard from Elijah in the interview talking about how they feel like they're playing their best game and have their hardest game now, but in terms of them rising to form, and he was attributing some of that to that Challenger stage. He mentioned it himself. By playing through the Challenger stage, they've kind of gotten the kinks out of their system. As someone that's participated in the major circuit, that's done that qualifier into the main event, you know, do you feel that that is an undisputed advantage?
So unfortunately, back in my day, they were very disjointed. But looking at the flow of that in these days, I think that it should be a positive for the upper echelon teams. Right. I think if you're a G2, or a Liquid, or a FaZe, and two of those names I just mentioned, you should come in here with a to convert. And look at this buy round for Na'Vi now. We're carrying a couple of MP9s across here. 3 in total and 2 M4s. You wouldn't think we're at round 8 of the game.
No, it's very peculiar.
But it needs to start now for Na'Vi. Just some fire in the belly here, because a lack of frags is a huge conversation for everybody on the Na'Vi side of the server. We got 4 at the high end for Perfecto and Electronic, and well, MPL with just 1, Simple with only 2, and Bit, he's got 3, and 2 of those with the 5-7 you were talking about. Up mid, brackets pressure. Under the pump, a Na'Vi.
They're in trouble. I mean, this is a crossfire, certainly. Bit at NPL, the 2 youngins. Responsible for the short side, but it's YEKINDAR that comes a knocking long. That smoke arch sows seeds of doubt, kept at bay by the flames for a moment, but this looks like the final hit. Simple will be tucking into the site as well. Now he's the only one with a threatening rifle on this site. So in terms of that M4, it does have to be Simple. As alongside these SMGs who take first contact, a conversion of the first. That doesn't seem like it's enough, but maybe they overlook it. OC, a clear, but straight into Simple. Holding firm on the side, looking for Na'Vi to awaken from their slumber. Simple, aware of the duel, but cleared nicely. Nitro should facilitate a plant and a round. Security catches Electronic, rounding that.
Not all of them in banana, but here we go. Another buy round with a question mark for Na'Vi. Simple's offshore, Electronic with another SMG, Rifle's out to play, but the half has already been won.
Yeah, this a blaze for Liquid, and that YEKINDAR Electronic head-to-head feels imminent. He wants info. He's been heard. YEKINDAR already set his sights on it. Will extinguish and retreat. Flame stop the hunt from Electronic. He'll have to be a bit more humble on the B site.
They've maintained a little bit of mid-info here with this AWP on the fade of the smoke, so Simple posted up. We'll need to hit this first shot. They're going to go dry to the elbow. Has been spotted. Shot missed. MPL on notice, but Simple with the reaggress.
That's nice in terms of the information, right?
I think the information's gone the other way. Liquid have more than enough to know, hey, we don't want to go towards that AWP right now. Let's go knock on the door of the B bomb site once more.
What's Perfecto lining up for? Way back towards Coffin's side with something in his hands.
Just a HE. So this is actually for when they cross to pool.
Yeah, so I guess Electronic can hope that he can get something done. They are returning to Simple on this mid-brackets area, but the bomb beast, they're going to double pump. And that's successful from Simple. They needed the trade. He builds a second instead. Nitro down in the dumps, in the dirt. Okay, YEKINDAR's made a round out of it. They can get the bomb down. This should be a Na'Vi retake, but YEKINDAR, he's on one right now. A double so far, pushing up for more fights. Does he really push the issue into Simple's scope? They both go towards the ruined side.
It's still very winnable round right now, considering the form YEKINDAR's in, and OC to either set him up or trade off. It looks like OC is going to be the bait in this one.
Oh, do they fall for it? He has to be active on this jiggle. Now one's already crossed the line, and that's another duel for YEKINDAR.
Bomb's already half gone. It has to be a save. The done. There's no way.
Both OC and YEKINDAR might be possibly kicking themselves a little bit.
Just a little bit, because they kind of really could have won that round.
Yeah, a lot of heavy lifting from YEKINDAR there.
Oh, it needs a lot more of those here before Na'Vi can even have the conversation of breaking Liquid. And one of the positives you have on the T side right now is you do also have a haul of cash, but your loss bonus is going to build if you lose consecutive rounds. You keep getting the bomb down, you shouldn't have any drama buying a Simple cops a nade.
Yeah, significant damage, but he doesn't back away. Electronic's desperately trying to bait them. Surely Nitro has put 2 and 2 together and realized, Electronics being a bit too comfortable around that half wall. Perhaps there is the zoom banger posted. How does YEKINDAR react to that sort of information? Whoa. That is a naughty way to do it. Management of his angles, Simple, beheaded, and Banana controlled. Bloody hell.
Yeah, little do they know how empty the side is. You might be expecting Electronic and Perfecto still to be there and Simple just to be that forward spear. And now they can apply some top mid pressure. This smoke will be boosted over. Oh, maybe not. They're creeping into it.
Backs a turn. Naf removes bit though. And okay, Elige was aware of the disrespect. A bit of a mess from MPL. Gets away with the double. Still not looking great. Oh, that would have. They do disrespect the incendiary and retrieve the bomb. So holding on to this site. Ooh, chip damage still from MPL, holding on by a thread.
He's pinned. He's dead.
Oh, he's dead. And YEKINDAR puts his 16th frag in the feed.
YEKINDAR's having a great game. And one of the keys that we noted of when Liquid was doing well was YEKINDAR and Elige both coming online simultaneously. We got the scores on the doors for you right here. Isn't this one perfect? 16 for 6, almost 150 ADR for YEKINDAR so far. Nobody on the other side of the server even close. And the only round that Na'Vi have to boast is when Simple got 4K on the AWP. So that's a single man winning them around. And this is a little boost. Oh. I love the way they've done that. Look at the detail there. Notice how the angle that they've come from. It's not just, you would expect it standard more on Simple's left, right? They've come from the right side.
But that's, you know...
That's the details of peeking.
But also, all of that information was based off of Electronic being a bit too loud. You know, like they knew that was probably a little left click action, a little love tap.
Maybe you deserved it.
Yeah, okay. Maybe.
You know, he's the new guy. You gotta do a bit of the hazing.
Oh dear.
You never know what's going on inside. But they've been smiling more.
They have, and
maybe look like they're having a little bit more fun in the Na'Vi camp.
And they made, you know, the first game look like it was Na'Vi in attendance immediately. Game of Legion, competitive at times. Elige trying to take down Simple, and YEKINDAR's been chunked, and that's long open. Elige has got himself a multi now as he's trying to catch up.
They're also correcting the whole opening kill disparity that was going on. So in the early stages, it was very, very much one-sided for Na'Vi, but it's now starting to be drawn back as Elige will get his third in the round. Bits found some traction, but should be swept away in a moment's time. It is just one man standing, and that is Perfecto with the rifle. Whew. Nice shot, and that's all that's going to be. A huge round for Elige right there. 2-0.
Yeah, and I want to have a conversation with you about slow starts, and we're not ready for that yet because we've got a round of Counter-Strike ahead of us. But the characterization of Liquid that they do tend to start slow, I'd love to investigate that further. What could that possibly mean as someone that thinks and breathes Counter-Strike?
Well,
how do you explain that?
In their interview, before they got into the challenger stage, they said they didn't think they were going to start slow. So
Well, let's stop giving interviews.
It's really hard to put your finger on Liquid, and again, this is just a whole new look to this team being a force right now, as they just have established basic map control. They do have Banana. They have to clear out Sandbag Shore. Top mid will be their next port of call. Simple Zorb strikes. That's a flick into a Liege. Not a bad shot to start off the account here. You need every round from this point out, Na'Vi, and they're the type of team who could salvage 5. 4 consecutive required going into the halftime break. And then it's back on as business as usual. The normal Na'Vi can resume.
Na'Vi probably absolutely terrified that they've found the opening. Admittedly, as we've discussed, it's been leveled out.
Yeah, I don't think it even matters what Na'Vi do at this point, does it?
No,
if they could just not over-rotate, that would be key. So will they be faked out again? BU tilt, up and over, no steps behind it, but Simple's still coming. He's still coming.
Does, yeah. I mean, you can see he's in limbo. Right.
If they don't multi-kill, they give up the side again.
It's happening.
They need a multi-kill.
What have you got? NPL, an empty hand, only bits. What have you got? What can you do? Simple smoked off. They know likely bit around here somewhere. Hard clear, easy frag, side they are getting pwned. As an 11th is on its way.
It's just, this is it. They are owning their rotation so much. Like in that scenario right there, if MPO and Bit, if they don't get a kill each, we need it better than that. They really need a multi-kill from at least one of them and the other guy to grab a frag to try and make this possible here. It's another round with the opener, and they just can't do anything about it because they're being outmaneuvered this entire game, from start to finish, outmaneuvered and outshot by YEKINDAR.
And can we talk about the fact that YEKINDAR's calling?
I'm loving it here,
right?
and they're starting to hunt.
And calling. As a product of Nitro not being able to be there for that first week of boot camp. A temporary change they claim, but if Liquid can have YEKINDAR at the top of the storm and make Na'Vi look like a, well,
player like YEKINDAR, who is in a lot of forward places, it is nice to be able to call around what you want to do, especially if you hit it. Exactly, and when it doesn't, then yeah, okay, Nitro, I need some help. What can we do? What does the rest of the team have?
Okay, I like that framing a lot. This is horrible! Oh, YEKINDAR's done it again, the setup! He knocks him down like Skittles! Na'Vi definitely not tasting any rainbows though. This is absolutely dominating from Liquid. We're looking at a 12 and it's a guarantee. Yeah, Simple and NPL already just going to have a little mothers meeting over towards the pit side because this round is in the bank.
I was talking about salvaging a 10-5 half. This is now just maybe salvaging a little bit of pride and seeing if they're able to get 3 rounds in total on the CT side. But that molly was burning. They knew they were there, which means he's so much more certain calling for that flash, and both ahead. You can see how blind they were. It wasn't a wombo combo setup with someone top Banana. They're both committed because of the util usage, and Liquid, they're just owning them here. It's more impressive because of what they're forcing of the rotations from a macro game standpoint here. Like individually, we've seen some nice shots out of YEKINDAR, who's just continuing to dominate. There's no, yeah, he can't miss. 19 and 6 right now.
One oopsie from Liquid, by the way, in terms of that round from Na'Vi.
Trying to look for some of their bigger losses in recent history. They had a loss to Astralis in Pro League, 16-3 on overpar.
Okay, 3.
So
keep that. I guess we can draw that line in the sand if we must.
Yeah, we as long as they don't get more than 3, we could say it's the worst loss Na'Vi have had in recent history.
Okay, nice. It's nice to have things to say.
They even won that series, so it was only a map lost against Astralis. It wasn't even the series.
Not
the end of the world.
Simple's here, though. See if he can do some damage. Perfect. Bait down switch. Bit 1. Nav takes down number 1. And NPL. What a headshot. Oh, gross. Puts Bit on notice as well. They're into the site. The bomb doesn't commit it. It's still in the apartments.
It doesn't even have to. There's so much time. They could still go elsewhere. They've drawn the rotation of both B defenders here.
Yeah, enough time has passed. You've got OC on the side. Perhaps he can find an angle. He hears them coming. Oh my god. OC! OC! Beautiful catch. Electronic stampeding through the smoke. Bit will catch him. They know where they are. And YEKINDAR's coming for you. Smoke will be up. No phases. He rounds the corner. Yeah, thinks better of it. Okay, mission is set for Naf. He knows B site likely open. And YEKINDAR has their rotations now. This is a timing bit. It's accelerating. Spotted.
Saw him.
Okay, now the race is on. Do they opt for Banana? Yeah, they don't know about YEKINDAR. They don't know whether a CT is safe. And so they will chase him. Hightailing it to Banana. A plant for CT. Smart about it. And they left the kit. They left the kit.
They have a smoke. I know they responded to this so quickly. The kit can be slightly negated here. I know it's still going to be an issue, but not as big as it would have been if they were still in pit.
So Naf needs one. And as long as he can survive, YEKINDAR can finish the round. As long as he can rock that clock. Half gone now, and Navi on the clears. Smoke on the bomb makes it uncomfortable, but YEKINDAR's the first to strike. And that's reposition information. It goes both ways. Perfecto known to clutch, and he's only 10 seconds up. Okay, YEKINDAR will eventually tap away and on fast.
He's got 21 kills at the moment, 4 assists, 7 deaths. His ADR's probably about 140.
Bloody hell, for a half of Counter-Strike against Navi, that is someone at their A game. Screw A, it's just S tier.
He's even got 194 utility damage. He's doing everything right now.
And yeah, potentially calling the shots.
We might get another YEKINDAR electronic head-to-head here as well.
Some IGL on IGL action, my favorite. Different context here though. As YEKINDAR the head. Does once again best electronic. He is going to be pulling his hair out as another win in that head-to-head.
It's going to be 14-1.
22 frags, Chad. In 15 rounds of play, and there could be more. NPL and Bit, this duo about to be exploited. A barrage of utility forcing their hand, their flash, they're staring at flames, they're helpless. And to rotate through, Simple has to get through the whole Liquid squad. This is a duel hinging on Bit and taken down. OC's rifle been filling the feed consistently. Something for the NPL there. A double impact in pursuit of the second. Simple does go down to the spread. They've put the pedal to the metal. I don't see 20 often, but Navi, understandably, with 1 round to boast on the first half, it's gone gangbusters. It's gone off the charts. And I mean, this pistol is for the map.
Yeah, the game already feels over, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can see Perfecto there, mobbing out that decoy. See if they can hit anybody behind the half wall, as well as turn out a little bit of a fake. You can get that sound cue for nade here too, so it's a cheeky little use case for it. But they are sitting back up to hit this A site, and Elige with some dual Berettas. Plenty of bullets to deal with the onslaught.
And Simple
Didn't need any of them.
One.
Yeah. Okay, Nitro's turn.
Nitro's so dead and alone. It's already Navi into the site and looking to post their second.
Save. Yeah, makes sense. Hold on to the Kevlar on the likes of Naf and OC. YEKINDAR has a full belt of utility here. The bomb will go down. This round will be secure, and now it'll be the conversation of the greatest comeback in Navi's history. 14-1 down on their CT side of Inferno with the head-to-head. Last time they schooled Liquid just a few months ago in Cato, 16-5. And they've done it again here at the Blast TV Paris Major. But no,
okay. You really cracked that out of the chest.
The next matchup, ENCE versus Vitality, Furia versus NIP, and B&E versus G2 as the final game on the mainstream here. Over on the secondary stream, we've got Launders and Scrawny bringing you Fnatic versus Monty right now. You can go check that out, Blast.tv. You've got the 4K streaming plays. You got Counter-Strike, you got the Launders show, you got all that good. You can have a few drops across and make it a little bit tidier of a purchase.
I mean, yeah, it becomes a new puzzle for Navi to solve. What have they invested? We know that there's going to be some extra bits and bobs.
Or biblies, as I believe you like to call them.
So, most definitely. While their first foray into trying to open up Banana doesn't get too much done. YEKINDAR's still playing this angle, albeit a bit more actively as we've seen from Navi. And there's info off of a little elbow. Confirms. Perfecto logs. NPL out the brackets. Oh, despite the flash, Elige and his partner in crime are about to be tested. A clean one from Electronic. Takes down one of the two, or rather three, FAMAS. 2 remaining.
It's drawn a big rotation here. They've completely given up over towards that. Well, yeah, it looks like it. So this is going to be very difficult to break. If they wrap, more chances, but still the stack.
Yeah, I mean, NPL should use that MAC-10. You've got very good, favorable duels bounding around. Bit does not want to be taking that first contact from that balcony position. A second or a third component, sure. Simple. Working with the squad into the site. It's YEKINDAR that does reveal his FAMAS on default. Playing around it for a second. Electronic cut down to size and still bullets in the mag. Simple, confirmed, located.
Good for a moment. Na'Vi have fully reinvested here. MPL with a pesky MAC-10 once more as he swiftly gets himself up in towards that window room. Now, we did see rounds like this from Liquid on Anubis, where they would do a 4-man stack and Elige would be on his own. This is the same again. Elige playing A, the other 4 over towards B. MPL being thrown out as the lamb to the slaughter to grab that mid control, and has done so with great success. And I like this here. So if it was to be a B execute, just to talk about that little boost, the front player would get spotted and probably die as they make that initial exchange through, right? And then the second player deeper, you wouldn't be ready for him immediately, so might be able to come up and cheekily grab a kill or deny that plant going down. So if a round was to go late, you could see a little eco strat like that. You got to be more creative when you only have a handful of pistols like this.
Yeah, and check this one out for creative.
Quite a simple solution right there, but this is best of ones, and we move into best of threes. Not for everybody.
Oh, he's pushing. OC, that is a little touch of bravery.
Happy to have a look, isn't he? And I think you want to try to avoid allowing Na'Vi set up. Perfecto forward, taking the fight, peppered away at very low now. 20 points of health after that foray.
That'll do. That'll do for the defense from Liquid's B side. It does still look like Elige is going to want to back them up. And now it's about restraint. Actually, interesting. He opts for the extinguish.
And he saw where it came from, though.
Yeah.
So I think Simple might be calling the bluff on that.
NPL still has to acknowledge the potential.
It's just very suspicious, isn't it?
Especially, but yeah, and using one of your limited smokes.
Well, they might try and reaggress on this.
There's only 2 of them. Now YEKINDAR really are going to need to get this one through. YEKINDAR good for the first. Naf aggressive.
Look at the game that Na'Vi had against Gamer Legion, right? There was just clutches that made the scoreline feel a little bit closer. And you're going to lose a couple of those rounds. It was Liquid taking the 9. So those 4 names are in the conversation for the openers for sure. Nitro playing exceptionally well on Overpass, I believe. So it's just been the YEKINDAR conversation. 27 kills in 19 rounds of play, and he can make it better into round 20 and send Na'Vi down a peg here, 16-4. So this is just a flattening.
Yeah, part of me wants to see if YEKINDAR can hold on to this and finish as strong as he started. That 140 ADR. If he can keep it up, one more kill and a half here, and he'll be ending on that stat. If they do manage to put it across the line here, they're walking in towards an Elige mid-hold with OC. They're being very deliberately loud about this boiler presence. OC still sticking around. Oh, Elige looking straight at Electronic. Quick trade, quick smart. Advantage in RV. Nitro, they know he's likely pit side. The anchor in this position, going to have a nade thrown right on the money. And he's softened up for 40, but they're not in any rush, right?
But this is where he did good work against Greyhound, right? They limped 1 at a time and he got multi-kills. They haven't actually pushed the smoke here. They understand the power of this. So with the second wave of attack coming, it has actually allowed the rotation of NAF to float over.
Yeah, he's coming, but Nitro's already let one into the site, and it's Electronic that will secure it. So all onto Nitro. 1 headshot, insufficient. And YEKINDAR, though, he has been hitting many shots he takes. He also likes to play the macroeconomics of it all.
Well, maybe I take it back. It's 5 now. Oh, he said more than 5?
We did.
So next round.
Okay.
That's where it will all be decided. Me versus the Blast TV chat.
If I had horses, Chad, I'd be holding them right now.
Well, get yourself in the stable.
Liquid wish they could hold on to this as their horse is galloping towards 16.
He's like, oh, finally, not a stressful day.
This would have been the conversation if the first half was competitive. We would have been talking about how the Liquid new CT defense would weigh up against a Tier 1 team. That would have been the conversation. How would Nitro and Elige go as the A-site anchors, especially Nitro, over towards that pit position? How would they be able to stand up to Na'Vi and some of their players like Electronic coming in, about a bit of Kevlar, a 5-7. And considering how this game has gone, Alex, there is a chance that Na'Vi lose the game here.
Yeah, I
think very much so they lose the game here. There's just a feeling in the water right now.
Oh, most definitely.
It might be the water itself.
Well, yeah. YEKINDAR definitely moving like water. Feeling...
Yeah, look at this. See, he's so unleashed. He's just going to take the first...
Call it the G2. I'm sure the teams call it whatever they want. But this is looking a bit pacey towards YEKINDAR's B side. Wow, lots of damage inflicted early. Look at that. Perfecto and Electronic have just been humbled. YEKINDAR one back from this nade exchange, and they're going for an app setup. Now, Bit has been tasked with taking it.
Look at this.
Yeah, not going to be an easy clear. Look at the placement of the crosshairs. One's playing that jiggle close, one's playing the wide swing.
But this was something they did even through the challenger stage with some of these more forward setups. Bit's about to get the surprise of a lifetime here.
Who's doing the jiggle? Or is he going wide? I think he suspects he wants a flash.
So many bodies here.
What, are you underhanded, or you just go? Oh, perfect placement of the crosshair, and it's NPL and Bit that get through it. Oh, beautiful from the young gun. A double takes down OC, close quarters. That combat AWPing falls flat. And a 7th.
Yeah, just too many bodies in apartments. Ready for that third, wasn't he? I wonder if they want to hunt here. They don't really have the cash to do so. Na'Vi might want to hold on to a few of their pennies and allow YEKINDAR enough to hold on to what they have.
Now, when you said Inferno was T-sided, you weren't talking 14.
No. Come on now. That would be something, wouldn't it? It'd be a story for the ages here if Na'Vi can bring this one back. Look, with every round they step ever closer, and not only us, I think the people at home may start to believe, but this is the thing. You have to play perfect Counter-Strike from here on out. You can't make a single footfall. Here's the trades from MPL. First was good. Second was great. Littered corpses in the apartments, so a bit of a banger right there.
Understandable frustrations, but also
Wow, when you one round away, yeah.
Not necessary.
Reel it in.
Yeah, Jelly Bean.
Calm down a bit. It's all good. With all the goodies, even an OC. Big green out the plate.
YEKINDAR wants to go for blood. Immediately goes looking and finds only frag damage.
3-man B start here as well, so Na'Vi are putting a lot more pressure again. Maybe this was part of the game. They thought, okay, well, if it is going to be Nitro and Elige playing over to A, towards A, so the conversation that I didn't even really start having before, maybe it's a weakness that we can exploit here. Because to be a good pit holder, right, that's a position that you can get a lot out of if you're a very good player. So Nitro about to be tested here.
Yeah, a lot for him to do already down in the mini pit, and he's got so much on his plate. Down goes Naf. Elige does contribute with Nitro's help. Both of them find their frag.
Number advantage here. Could close it right.
To be said. Eyes was the word he used when you're coming into a big tournament.
Serious no
big stop. NPL down. Hinging on YEKINDAR to extend their advantage as now 2 bodies from Na'Vi watching helplessly as this Inferno slipping through their fingers. Burns to a cinder. 54 damage inflicted to Perfecto. Simple as well. Licked down a little. And around the smoke, YEKINDAR, he wants to finish it right away. Didn't see it. Liquid's Inferno. Na'Vi humbled by Team Liquid.